Hello, hello, hello. Today, we're here to look at the dollar trending. I know I've not been on social media for a while now. I was just trying to follow the direction the dollar was going, or the dollar is going. Nigeria should not be in a hurry to celebrate that the dollar is falling. We can all see that the dollar is going back up. The dollar that is falling is strictly because the government is manipulating it. The government is forcing it to stay where they want it to stay, which is against what they agreed to do. They wanted the naira to freely flow, but the government is holding it down and using our reserve and borrowed funds to suppress it. In one of my videos, I mentioned that there is no way we will get out of this naira problem or naira value problem if we don't handle our local production. We're not getting out of it. So no matter what we try to do, if we don't look at that productive sector, nothing's going to change. We can hold it down as much as we want to hold it. The moment we take off our hands off it, it will shoot up back. So all the funds that we are borrowing to suppress the dollar or to increase the value of the naira, that fund should have been better placed in the productive sector and allow the dollar to play around, allow the naira to play around. Over time, the funds that we have that we've invested in our productive sector and with the production coming out of it will force the dollar to go down. And there will be increased employment. It will reduce our dependency on foreign goods, which in the long run will affect the demand for dollar. So, but when we keep on using our hands to force the value of naira, to push it up, to reduce to place a limit to what the value can be, we are not helping the naira. We are not helping the economy. And that is the reason why you see, even with the so-called dollar falling, the cost of living is still high. Unemployment is still growing because we are using the wrong policy to tackle the naira problem, to tackle the economic problem. We can't be borrowing funds to improve the value of the naira. We can't be taking funds from our reserve to improve the value of the naira. There is nothing wrong in borrowing funds and put them into productive use because in the long run it will help you. Every country does it. But in our own case, we are borrowing those funds to hold the dollar down. We are still choosing the wrong move. If we don't invest in our local production, if we don't invest in the small scale industries, if we don't reduce government expenditures, we're heading away. Either the government is doing it intentionally or they are using social media propaganda to make us feel that it is being done right. No. Also, in one of my videos, I stated that we can attack every group that we want to attack. The crypto currency group, the Binance, the speculators, those things are not strong enough to improve the Naira. Because as it is right now, every Nigerian is a speculator. We might not accept it, but when you have money in your account and you don't want to hold the cash, you want to use it to go and buy property, to buy gold, to buy something that has value or the value will improve, you are a speculator because you don't trust the Naira. Because it's a trust issue, and which I see that the government has not been able to direct and address. Nigerians, including the government, do not trust the Naira. It's a trust issue. And how would wool improve the the trust? By government being responsible. When the people see the government is responsible, the trust start coming back. Not when we see that our leaders are as corrupt as the previous leaders. It's not going to help issue. So Nigerians must, our government must go back to the basics. Let's invest in our productive sector. Let's remove that tribalistic policies that we make. Let's provide loans to the small and medium scale industries. Let's decentralize the small and medium scale administration. Let's create a body for it and decentralize it so that every senatorial area can have a small and medium scale agency where they can go to seek for help. Let's provide a guaranteed loans for the small and medium scale industry. Over time, some of these policies will help to improve the economy. Yes, people will say, oh, Nigerians cannot be trusted. That's true. But it doesn't mean that they are not good businessmen. When they know that this and this will benefit them, they will do it right. Nigerians, we should stand up to tell the government to stop borrowing funds for stupid purposes. Our productive sectors are all dying. The foreign companies are all leaving the country. Unemployment rate is at the highest, pushing people to crime. If we want to get it back in Nigeria, we need to redirect where our funds are going to. Our productive sector are begging for help. We need to provide that credit assistance. Yes, we just heard about government establishing the credit scheme, the credit reporting scheme. That's a good idea. But if Nigeria gets the best of the credit score, where would they get the loan from? The banks are not willing to assist them because the banks believe that they are there for business. So they want to put their money in the shortest possible investment. Government needs to address these things because no matter how much policy we introduce, if people does not see the benefit of it, the trust issue will still be the problem. Our government needs to open up and invest those funds into the productive sectors. The small businesses are asking for help. They can produce to feed the nation. We need to help them out. We need to provide guaranteed credits for them. We need to stop all our tribalistic policies that we make because every part of the country is important. We need to decentralize small and medium agency per senatorial zone. We need to be objective with the things that we do. We can't hold the naira down. We can't hold the dollar down for too long. It will consume all our borrowings. It will consume our reserve. We need to focus on the small and medium scale industry. They are or they will be the major factor that will help us to get out of this problem. They will be the major area, the major sector that will help us to get out of this problem. Because when we start producing locally, no matter how inferior it is, it will help to reduce our importation. We have to do it right, Nigeria. Things are really getting bad. Wake up, Nigeria. Wake up, our government. The Western world are pushing us out of the country. We have the manpower to do it right. Let's do it right for once. Thank you. If you are a leader, what would you do